everybody, welcome to YB STARLIGHT. Today we are in conversation with the ultra funny, quirk-filled and explosive comedian Om Bhatt. Hello sir, thank you so much for joining YB STARLIGHT and for your support.
Thank you so much. Glad to join.
Thank you sir. So a little about Vibe. Vibe is an art curation platform for all of the artists. We also have an e-commerce where these artworks can be sold.
Nice, that's great. At such
Thank
a
you.
young age, you are doing all this. It's
Thank you.
commendable.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. So, sir, to get us started, Om Bhatt as comedian, where did the journey start?
Uh, to be very precise, it started off when I was a year or 2 years older. So I used to speak a lot when I was a kid, and all my family members used to gather around and listen to anything I used to blabber. So that was my comedy special then. So I used to speak for like 45 minutes straight, make up stories from the things I see. For example, if I look at the clock was in my story. If I was turned around by my dad and I saw a mirror, a mirror was in my story. So it began from there. Then I started doing theater at a very young age. Before theater, I was a folk dancer in local dance competitions and everything. So I was very fond of the stage and the feeling of getting on stage and everything. So I never experienced stage fear in my life because of my parents. They put me on stage when I was very young. And now I started doing theater after around 2000 or 1999 or something like that. So I did theater for quite a while, and in theater I did a lot of different roles as a kid and as an adult. But I prefer because it was in me to be funny. I already had the comic timing and everything needed for comedy. So then I thought, why not make comedy a career?
Well, sir, your stand-ups really make me laugh, and I really love them. So, what are your
Thank
thoughts
you.
on being a comedian, and where do you get your inspiration from?
Uh, I see comedy is a thing the world will need at any given point in time,
Yes,
because it is very healthy in a way
yes,
for to laugh and
absolutely.
to spread the joy and share the happy moments together with everybody. So that is why I like comedy the most, because I personally feel very happy when I see somebody laughing because of me. Even if it is on me, I don't mind, but I want people to laugh, and I want to be the source of their happiness. So, and I enjoy doing that. So that is comedy for me. And what inspired me to do comedy is, I think, all the movies that I saw when I was young. I saw Jim Carrey, of course,
Yes,
Charlie Chaplin, and a lot of other comics, Buster Keaton, and uh, even Hindi comedians like Johnny Lever or
yes,
even Govinda for that matter. And everybody, I was very fond of watching them do comedy, and I always thought that I can do that, and I used to do it in real life with the people around me. So, and then it was like that કે એ લોકો કરી શકે છે તો
huh,
હું પણ કરી શકીશ અને મારે આ કરવું છે.
huh,
Because when I see somebody, Jim Carrey for that matter, when I see
huh,
a Jim Carrey movie and that experience, that feeling of joy which he gives me as a
yeah.
viewer, I want my viewer to experience the same, that feeling. So that is how I chose comedy for life.
Well, sir, you make us laugh and laugh till our heart's content.
Thank
So,
you.
so you have been a part of backbenchers and ventilator and such productions. So, what are your views on the comedy scene in movies in comparison to being a live stand-up comic?
It is very different,
Yes.
but the timing at the core, the science of comedy is the same, I think. Movies movies is a delayed reaction, which I mean, for example, I perform at a shoot, and then after a year or so, that thing comes to the viewers and they enjoy it. So, and we also have a lot of takes in films and
Yeah.
not a lot of takes in theater or in live stand-up comedy. If you fumble, you fumble.
Yeah.
You have to improvise or do something of that sort to keep the game
Yes.
going. So it's different that ways, but at the core it's the same. That is what I feel. And
Yeah.
the criterias, or I won't say the criterias, but the uh, nomenclatures or some
Yeah.
sort of that
Yeah.
thing are different basically, because the mediums are different. So in a movie, if you see something like, and in stand up I play myself. I don't play myself, I mean I am myself. So in movies, I get to play different characters, and they do their own thing. They bring that thing in me, and I do it according to the character and everything. Stand up is just me and my personal experiences in a funny way. So I
So,
think that's that.
so, what kind of comedy does Om Bhatt prefer?
Uh, I would say I like physical comedy, and I try to bring that to my stand up. But since I'm very young at stand up than theater or movies, so it's still to be implemented and learned, and it'll come through experience more and more. But in films and theater, I prefer physical comedy, that is a little bit of slapsticky with
Yeah.
intelligent punchlines, and you know, I also like the smart humor, like the Office,
Oh,
the series, if
yes.
you know about it. That's my bible for comedy on a screen, because it has everything. All sorts of
Yeah.
comedies are included in the series, so I prefer that for screen. But I think I'm more into a physical comedy. I like watching physical comedy.
Yeah.
Also, the words and everything obviously
Oh,
makes me laugh and attracts me, but I like physical comedy more.
yes. So, what makes you laugh? Is it slapsticks, satire, or any specific kind of comedy?
Yeah, I think anything makes me laugh. I am a very easy audience to say. All my friends say that to me, because I'm a very bad critic, so I can't critic things. So I laugh at anything. I mean, even if you say something right now, and I laugh at it if I find it funny, and I find everything funny.
Well, so how do you feel about the growth of the comedy culture growing pan India?
Uh, I think it is nice, and it's growing. So not as much as America or any other country, I think, but it is growing, and it'll take a few more years to it to become it to get a strong base for comedy.
Yeah.
Like America has been experiencing stand-up comedy and watching stand-up comedy and doing stand-up comedy since a very long time. It's
Yes.
almost like very very long time. So India has not yet been there. No, I'm not talking about the old school comedy,
Huh.
which laughter challenge and everything. The shows like those did, but the new comedy, the comedy that which we do, or
Yes.
which you see right now, people doing. So that is very young in India, and I think it'll grow more. But I'm very happy that people are accepting the new thing for
Yes.
comedy, that they don't mind. Most of the people don't mind people talking about their sex lives or their
Yes.
orientations, making fun about all those topics which you can't say in public, and now people are laughing at that, watching that, experiencing it,
Yes.
appreciating it. So I think it is growing, and it will grow more over the years.
Yes. Comedy is a very beautiful art. So, so what is the one thing you'd like to say to all of our viewers and artists out there?
I would like to say that just just if you want to do anything in life, you can do that. You can achieve it. All you have to do is just be you, and you will find your calling one day. And I did, so I know it comes, the calling. So find that, be happy and make others happy. Smiles, keep spreading smiles. The world right now especially needs
Yes,
it, needs a bit
absolutely.
more positivity and happiness.
Thank you so much for that message, sir. You really make us laugh and you inspire us to be ourselves. And we really love your stand ups. So,
Thank you
sir,
so much.
thank you, sir. So, what do you think about the Vibe platform?
I am very I was almost taken aback in a good way when I knew what your age was, and at this young age, you are talking to a lot of people, taking their perspectives, learning from them. So I give all the best for the Vibe
Thank
platform,
you.
and
Thank
I
you.
wish that you guys grow more and more and learn from all this. All this that we do and just prosper.
Thank you so much, sir. Your words mean a lot to me. I mean, you're a very big artist, and I really appreciate that you appreciate the Vibe platform. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for joining Vibe Starlight and for your support and encouraging all of our viewers and artists. Thank you very much. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir.
Glad to be here.
Thank you very much.